Well, hello there, lords and ladies of the realm. It's a pleasure to see you all on this February 18th. And I am Wadsworth the 5th, and this is...
Esmeralda from the West.
Yes, and we are here today, and we have a fabulous video for you today.
We do.
As they all
Always.
are. Right.
Always,
It's
I mean,
given.
right.
Given.
Because we're so freaking cute.
Right. Dimples. Yes. No. What is it? What is it we wanted to show and discuss today?
Well, I think, there have been many gifts from the universe. Mm-hmm. And I think sometimes we get so caught up in our mundane world that we don't see these things as gifts from the gods.
Right, yes.
So, and we were talking about following intuition and getting signs from the universe.
Yes.
So there's been many different things. The number 900 kept on coming up, so we did look that up.
So I will give you a little quick synopsis. 900. Angel number 900 is a powerful sign of spiritual enlightenment, spiritual awakening, faith, and love that indicates the law of karma is strongly at work.
Karma, darling. We have talked a lot about karma lately. Yes.
And karma does seem to be coming around quite a bit.
It couldn't bite you in the arse.
Yes. It is one of those rules that's in so many religions. Do unto others as would be done unto you.
Quite.
So when you do terrible things to other people, it's coming back.
Does it work that way too?
What's that?
You mean it's not just nice things that come back?
Oh, no, absolutely. Nice things too. Yes. That is why I smooch you and buy you pretty things. Flowers and strawberries with chocolates.
You can smooch me now.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Will I get one back?
If you want.
See? Karma.
Instant karma.
Instant karma.
I kiss you, you kiss me.
But that's how it works, I mean, timing is not always instantaneous like that, but what you put out into this world and universe, you get back.
Right.
So, and even if, it is for your own benefit to be kind to everyone else. Because when you are raising the vibration of the people around you, you're raising your own, and you're making the world a better place for you, for them, for everybody. And when you are doing shady things and hurting people and lowering their karma, you're doing the same to yourself, whether you realize it or not. It may not be, like a ladder falling on you the minute after you trip somebody, but it's coming.
So do you want to hear a funny story on that?
Shoot.
So 100 years ago, when I first learned of the secret, I was telling somebody. There was a few people who were there, and I was telling them, so what you think about, you bring about. Yeah. So one of them was like, oh, so are you telling me that if I think that, something bad is going to happen, that something bad is going to happen? I was like, well, yes, as a matter of fact, I don't believe you. And the person stood up, and I swear to God, you cannot make this up. They hit their head on something. And they were so angry, because they were like, God damn you. I was like, but you just said.
Right? That can't happen.
Right? So, I mean, I guess if it was that instantaneous, perhaps we would be
right, yeah.
a little more wise to the fact that we need to keep our thoughts pure and our vibrations high.
Right, yeah.
Well, that was quite funny. You're telling me I'm going to get hurt. Yes. Actually, that is exactly what I am telling you.
Right, yeah.
And you just proved that quite in fact, yes, that is exactly what is going to happen.
Wow, so, yeah. No, it's but here we are, and Esmeralda and I were always trying to do good deeds for others and try to help others out, because that's what we do. And, we went to, we got together today, and she got the inclination that we needed to go to a certain particular store. And we go there, and we go around. It was literally the second aisle or first aisle, right? I mean, really.
Second or third.
Yeah, we just walked into the store, and
drawn to a place. So I was going for one thing, and then for whatever reason, when I walked in the store, I felt like going a different way from what I was originally there for.
Okay.
Because I wasn't there for that.
Yeah.
I had no desire for that.
Yeah.
In my mind, when I said "let us go," it was for my intended use.
Yes. Fancy clothes and pretty things.
I like fancy clothes and pretty things and shiny things.
That's why she keeps me around.
I do, because he is quite shiny.
Yeah.
sparkle. You
show
sparkle,
I
darling.
sparkle. Yes.
So, as we were walking around the corner, all of a sudden I was like, oh, what is this? And I found this wonderful little treasure. The Sacred Path cards. And it is the discovery of self through native teachings. And I have always quite been drawn to Native American teachings. Yeah. And this is quite a lovely thing.
Yes, and, you know, it's all about love. You put out love into the universe, and I love you all, and, you know, these are... You know, these aren't not the most difficult lessons. You be kind, and the universe will lead you or guide you, bring you what you get from the gods. Yes, and we were certainly gifted today.
Yes.
You know, and I had been at a crystal shop earlier today, and they were talking like the cards were calling out to me, and I was just like, but they weren't right. You know, it was like clearly there was something about cards today, and it was just funny that we got together, and the place that does not typically have tarot cards there, has tarot cards out waiting for us. And we had both kind of had an inclination with there was going to be some cards today.
Because there was these also, which are the Angelic Messenger cards. And it is by somebody who I've never heard of, Meredith Young Sowers.
Yes, no, I've never seen these.
No, they are beautiful, though.
Yes.
I love the flower on them. And I don't know if you people can see it, but they were $2.99.
Yeah, no,
and these are like $40 decks for $3.
A steal,
right? And
they just look, they look phenomenal.
They do.
They just look phenomenal.
They do. Show them the side how they put the books in there.
Right? I mean, you got the book and the cards,
yes.
And like we haven't even looked at these yet, so
No.
you're getting the reveal as we see these.
So
let us see.
Let us see what other kind of glorious things are here for me. That is funny, Joshy.
Yes.
Look at what card.
Self-worth.
Self-worth. The first card that comes out of here.
Right?
Courage. Oh, that is funny.
Yeah.
It is almost as if the cards were put there on purpose for us. Are you ready for this? Passion.
Passion. And we get a 10.
Courage. Self-worth. Oh, and look at what just trust.
Right? Yes. Oh, I love it.
And self-worth. Just one sliding off so that it could reveal trust.
I like that, yes. I almost feel like this one should be attention to healing and merger. And 34, which is for us is optimism when I see 34, but it is merger, healing, and attention.
That is funny.
Calls my attention. I love this deck.
I like it.
They're pretty.
They are. I like it. I like that they're flowers, divine guidance. You know what I noticed? I did not notice this before, but that is my favorite flower. Courage.
Oh, stargazer lilies.
You are correct, my lord.
Pay attention to what your lady says.
Yeah. Gentlemen or ladies, whoever, pay attention to what your lover likes.
Right? Mm-hmm.
Yes. It does make for a better relationship if you actually pay attention.
What's your name?
Oh, I don't know. Rose.
Rose. A rose by any other name.
Yes.
It's Esmeralda.
Still sweet, right. Purpose is number 22, and it is a rose.
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
I do like these little cards.
Check out these ones. I'm curious to see what you pull from this other deck. The Sacred Path cards. Oh, courage again.
Funny. Courage again. You cannot make this up.
Right?
It's like Christmas morning.
It is. This is a fun little thing.
I love it.
It's like unwrapping.
Right?
Ooh.
Ooh, what have the gods have to returning home? That is funny, Joshy.
It says standing people, but I thought it said returning people, and people have certainly been returning to our life today.
Well, and it says returning home was the card that came out.
That is so funny.
Because again, you cannot make this up.
Yeah. And in this...
The
teaching. I have seen so many signs for school pop up today, especially on our little adventure as we were out shopping. It was like, school, school, school. Clearly, we're here to do a little teaching.
It is interesting. Yes, we are, in fact. And we are, because we're teaching about following your intuition.
Yeah.
Because when we left the house, we had no intention of going to the store. None. Zero, zilch.
No, we were going off of milk. Milk.
We did get milk.
We got the milk.
We did.
But that was the last thing we did.
That was the last thing that we did. And we did quite a few other things.
Right.
And the first thing that we did was go to the glorious little store that had these gifts for us.
Right.
Gifts from the gods. I love it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And the card that came out over here, number 15. 15 came out on the other deck too. So I feel like 15 is important. 1, 5.
Let me look it up.
And it has...
No, unless it's...
viewpoints and opinions, and it's a talking stick. And it reminds me of a class that I took. It was a philosophy class. And the professor, who was quite handsome, but the professor, in our class discussions, he would have like a hacky sack, and he would pass it around, and whoever had the hacky sack was the one who spoke. And you did not interrupt while that person was speaking. And it was a way of kind of conditioning people to show respect for others when they are speaking.
I like that.
And that is the card, talking stick. And we have been talking a lot about schools and about school.
Yeah, school. Yes.
And teaching and lessons.
Yeah.
And I feel like that is something that is relevant for when you have the talking stick, your viewpoints and opinions are heard.
Yes. It says...
and you are not interrupted.
No. So I'm going to be very careful not to interrupt you. But this says, talking stick, remind me of each sacred point of view, complete within the circle of the sacred hoop. So yes, I believe it's just as you're saying, you know, you pass the stick around and, you know, that way you listen and respect the other person's talking. So I like that.
Could you read that sentence right there?
This is not to say that they may not disagree, but rather they are bound by their personal honor to allow everyone their sacred point of view.
I like that a lot.
Which has become a big problem in our nation these days.
You offend me, how dare you?
Right? Guess what? I'm offended by you being offended by me. Bite me. Right? Just because you're offended doesn't mean I can't speak.
Real? Is that what freedom of speech is?
That is freedom of speech!
Imagine!
It's amazing.
It is amazing.
So, yes, you have your right to be absolutely offended by anything I say.
Yes! Isn't it glorious?
You don't have a right to be offended to the point where I'm not allowed to speak or live my own life.
Right.
You cannot interfere with my free will. So I will say what I like when I like, whenever I like it.
I do what I want.
I do what I want.
I pick a card when I want.
Freedom.
Freedom.
Yes.
Freedom.
Oop. What's falling out there?
That is funny.
Ooh.
The great mystery.
The great mystery of life. Why are we here?
Original source.
Mm.
The great mystery. It is like the great unknown.
Yes. We are all here from source experiencing the universe so the universe can have this experience. I believe. That is
I believe so.
the best way I can describe that for everyone. Right?
That we are all expressions of the divine.
Yes. Thank you. See? We say it a little differently, but it is all good.
Yes.
I still respect you.
I respect you as well.
There you go. I still did it better. What's that one?
It is Power Place.
Oh, Power Place.
Yes. Earth connection and empowerment.
Yes. And that is something that we have certainly been guided to a lot. Like, respect Mother Earth.
Yes.
Respect Mother Earth. It is so silly these days. The things we do to, you know, it's called, you know, green or whatever, and it's it's awful. It does more harm than anything. Just because something is given a pretty name.
I think they do it on purpose.
I'm pretty sure. Just because something has a pretty name does not mean that it is actually good.
No, it does not.
You know, if you take cyanide and put flowers as the name, flower petals, rosy acid, like, you still don't want to drink it just because you're changing the name. Dear God. So let's put a little more thought into what we're doing and how we're doing it, to the signs the universe is giving us. Because if the acid is burning your tongue off, don't keep drinking it just because it said rose water.
Probably a smart idea.
You know? Yeah. And and there's a lot of silly things, and I have to say this one, because we have to start making strides to do better as parents with children and how we are raising them. Take our power back from controlling forces in the government and put in a little more effort, because the discussions I've had with parents and stuff lately and the things I've seen lately are scary. Just yesterday I was speaking with a gentleman I work with, and we were talking about and I will call them children. They are young adults, but they are children. And it is frightening. They work a store where they deal with the public every day, and they don't know how to talk to people. Cannot talk to you, cannot, look you in the eye, don't know how to shake a hand. When I put my hand out there to shake their hands, first they look at me horrified because they don't know what is happening. Yes, no. Like this. A firm handshake. That is how you
shaking people's hands.
That is how you shake someone's hand. And I mean, it's just a little thing. It's awful. And then I had this other experience where I was at a restaurant, and lovely couple there with their children, and I had fun talking with them, but they had a 5-year-old, and the 5-year-old had a video screen in front of him that was about 7 inches.
Bigger than his head.
Yeah. And, I get it. You want your kid to be quiet, and you want to have a relaxing meal, but your child...
Do it at home.
Do it at home. Yes.
Don't take the child.
Don't take the child, because if you're taking a child out, part of that is the experience of coming out and learning how to behave in public. And if you're not learning how to behave in public with mom and dad and how to sit properly, sit up at the table, have a discussion, focus. Yes, it's a 5-year-old. I get it. Food is going to be thrown. Things are going to fall on the floor. There's going to be yelling.
What kind of 5-year-olds are you going out to dinner with?
Right. Mine. But nothing's perfect. But there is a learning experience there. Sitting in front of the television at home, to be moved to be sitting in front of the television at the restaurant, is not a learning experience for the child. It is the continuous bombardment of television. No freedom, no actual experience getting away, no learning how to talk to mom, no learning to talk to dad. Or the waitress. I did, but I will give credit where credit is due, because I had another dad who came in with his 3 children, and the poor man was clearly overworked. If I give him all the credit in the world, because his daughter could speak multiple languages, and she was 5, 6, 7 maybe, and she was talking and in bilingual, and everybody, it was quite impressive. Quite impressive, because the difference is night and day. The parents that are, let's get this done, we're sitting here, we're talking, versus the parents that, and I don't mean they mean any harm, but you got to realize what is happening when you do these things. What you're missing, what your children are missing when you don't give certain attentions because you think modern conveniences will fix this.
Yes, and I do believe, part of it is I don't want to disturb other people.
And I get that too.
But then...
But this is life.
Parent,
it's life.
And as a human who used to make reservations for adults and children at restaurants, I do feel like there are certain restaurants where you kind of expect children to be...
there.
Yes. And that is kind of expected. I mean, I would not go to a child-friendly restaurant and then be angry that there are children making noise.
Yeah.
Now, when I go out to a nice restaurant, I do not expect children to make noise. I don't.
You crack that whip.
I do.
Tough batch.
And yes.
But that is fine.
And that is fine. And
there's a time and a place.
Own children, there have been times where it's just like, no, you are not going to a restaurant again until you can figure out how to act.
Well, and that's part of the parenting. No, don't bring them if you know they're going to be monsters. But they also have to come to learn to have the experience.
Well, yes.
And sometimes being left home is part of the experience. Like,
yes.
you didn't behave.
Right. No, you cannot go under the table when we are out to eat.
Yes.
Or else you are not going out to eat until you can figure out how to act not like a baboon.
Yes. But that is part of learning what the universe tells you, but learning from the people around you. Because, like, if you are bothering your fellow patrons, the children will have to learn that too.
Right.
You know, and this is the universe giving those signs and signals that, like, hello, little one, perhaps stop it or daddy's going to your tush, you know?
Right. Do you like the food at the restaurant? Do you want this experience again?
Yeah.
And then sit down.
Sit down.
Right.
Yes, but, I mean, these are all signs and signals. And if the only signal you get is a television wherever you go.
Right.
Yeah. It's awful. And we have to do better as parents to realize what we're doing.
Really.
Because you're building a generation of children
who have no communication skills whatsoever.
None.
Other than WTF and IDK and whatever. God only knows.
God. OMG. Yes. Yes. Scary.
Right? And then it's like, I don't even know what half of these things mean.
Right?
They don't know how to make eye contact.
No.
They don't know how to smile. They don't know what anything means. And good God, yes, you're right. When you reach out to shake somebody's hand and they're like, I don't really know what I'm supposed to do with that. Yeah. It's like, okay, you're supposed to shake a hand.
Yeah, shake your hand.
I taught my children how to shake hands when they were like 4.
Right.
Maybe younger.
Yeah. You should be.
None of this limp noodle.
No, there's a lot going on. There's a lot that has been taken away from our children, from even in the classrooms, from standing for the Pledge of Allegiance to it's all, we have to take a hard look at what's being taught in our schools, how we're teaching our kids at home, and the signs and signals. If you're watching this video, this is a sign that pay attention to what's going on with your kids.
Right. Telepathy.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not watching this for nothing. No. You were sent to this video because your kids need a little attention. They need the screens taken away. They need to go, what's out here?
It is a restaurant with other people holding cannolis
Whoa!
on the tables with other humans.
Right? So your 15-year-old isn't then crawling under the table having the experience of a 5-year-old. Crying under the table like, the waitress talked to me, I'm scared. Realize what you're doing when you're taking away the interactions of a younger child with a television screen or a phone.
So these 3 cards had come up before. And I had not read them, but I think it has to do with these children. So this is number 34, which is the burden basket, and it says self-reliance. You need children who are self-reliant. Yeah, absolutely. Field of plenty. And it says ideas and needs are manifested. Yeah. So this is a need to teach our children how to...
Oh, God, yes.
Like, be humans.
How to be humans, how to interact.
And the hour of power, the ritual of joy.
Right?
And bringing joy back into our lives.
Yes, because there is a simple joy in shaking somebody's hand.
Right? There is that...
How are you?
I love it.
That connection.
I love it. I love, like, a nice handshake. Like...
Yeah.
Yes. There's something about that. You know, there is just... It is that essence of the person that comes through in that handshake. Yeah. You can tell a lot about a person when they shake your hand.
Yeah, and all of this adds up to, like, when you're getting older. And, like, you know, this was another discussion I had with about a young man that was getting older, 22, I believe he was, and he has no functional skills in life. Hides at home with mom. Mom takes care of everything still. This is a nightmare for any parent. If your kid's 22, still at home, and is afraid of women, only knows how to play video games and works like 12 hours a week, you need to be slapped over the head for what you have done to your kid. And it's time to kick them out and go, I'm sorry I screwed up this long in your life, and the only thing I can do to help you at this point is kick you out the door and tell you good luck. Here's $5.
$5? What are they going to do with that?
Start somewhere. But he, like, this gentleman he's 22 and he can't interact with women. And I find, like, that, what did I saw on my phone? They were trying to sell me a virtual girlfriend. Oh. And I've seen it a couple times on Facebook and on apps and stuff. These virtual girlfriends.
Well, I could be your virtual girlfriend.
Please, these women are not far off from that behavior in these videos. And you're just, but then you have men that have not been raised properly. They cannot shake a hand, and now they expect their virtual girlfriend to be the naughty girlfriend, and it's like, you're an idiot. There's no skills as being a man, at standing up being a man. The prospects women are going to have from the men of this current generation are horrendous. Like, you know,
do they have virtual boyfriends?
I'm pretty sure. I would imagine if they've got one, they absolutely have the other. That's usually how it goes.
I mean, if you are all going to have virtual girlfriends, then it's just going to leave us women out in the cold.
Right? Virtual vibrators with your virtual boyfriend. Oh my God.
Us. What is the world coming to?
It's not good. Like,
I am glad that you are real, that I can touch you.
Yeah. Well, it does. It makes me think of talking to my friend there about the men at the front of the store who just like, what woman would want them?
A virtual one.
A virtual one. Seriously, because a real woman's going to be like, well, you've got a beer belly more bigger than my dad, you're half his age, and you just... Oh, God, go to a gym. Hit the gym, guy. Get off the couch. And I'm not trying to shit on just these people that I've seen, but this seems to be a common thread with our younger generation, that they are less and less like men.
So you're saying to be a man, you have to go to the gym?
No, you don't have to go to the gym, but if you're winded crossing from aisle 9 to aisle 8, there's a problem. There's a problem. It's personal. You haven't taken care of yourself physically, and you can tell. Like, don't tell me you don't look at men and go, okay, he's fit. He takes care of himself. That guy, I don't even know how he got to the store without his assistance. I mean, right?
I don't think I'm usually that harsh with my thoughts, but yes, I do agree that, yes, you can see whether or not somebody goes to the gym.
Yeah, but it makes a difference. You know?
They are more visually appealing.
Yeah.
But some people like
it's
the
not
more rotund man.
But it's not just visual. There's a confidence that comes with having yourself in shape and standing. Like, you don't necessarily have to go to a gym to be that guy that can have a presence.
That is fine, but larger men can have that presence as well.
Well, yes. But one way, whether he's a larger man or like, these gentlemen don't have that I have a presence here. It is, oh my God, a girl walked in the room and I'm going to run away now. Like, they
don't want to cheat on their virtual girlfriend.
What is happening? I don't even know where to go with that one. I'm just at a loss.
Poor men. I don't know. Can you even hold? I don't know.
If I find the link for the virtual girlfriends, I will leave it in the description box. You can find yourself your perfect virtual mate. Your hand and some gel or lube will do just fine, I guess. We've given up on society. Good luck. Society has reached that point where it's hand lotion and that's the end. If you need more than hand lotion, clean your hands before you grab your phone, because you're going to have a lot of trouble working the screens.
Oh, dear God.
And you might want to sanitize the phone after. I'm just saying.
Perhaps maybe some, what is it, Reynolds wrap?
Reynolds wrap? When you wrap it in tinfoil.
You can't see.
Oh my God.
Oh dear gosh. I don't know what this world is coming to.
Right?
I never do any of these things.
No, when you made cookies, you put them in the little Ziploc seal bags. There you go. You put your phone in your Ziploc seal bag.
Oh, perfect.
You break out the lube.
That is perfect.
And you're done.
You can do whatever you want.
You can do it. Game on.
Yes. Really? See? It's almost like he's done this before.
Thank you. I'm ashamed. Sorry. Oh, God.
But see, you have a real girlfriend.
Yes, not virtual.
I am not.
No.
I could be. You could make me into a little emoji from one of the little
Shh,
things.
don't encourage the nerds out there. I don't want to see your picture on the next app I open, okay?
I hope I would at least get paid for it.
Right? Yeah. Sign a contract with us first.
Right?
Oh, my
Like,
God.
I will be your virtual girlfriend. How much are you paying?
Oh. You better be buying me some nice things
I
if this
will.
goes down.
I mean...
Oh, boy. Oh.
Fun we have.
Oh, God, yes.
I love you.
Oh, my. All right. On that really weird note, are we good or we got more? Do you still want that one?
For this reading, I think maybe.
All right.
I guess.
Go
yes.
for it. We're not done. So if you thought we were finished,
Yeah.
stay
I thought
tuned.
we were finished.
Yeah, I know.
Until you asked, and then it was like, well,
Yeah,
wait.
I forgot we had that deck. It was buried under all the new decks.
Which is the fairy oracle.
Yes.
Our little fairies. It is interesting how all of these little boxes are quite different from each
Yes,
other.
and you know what that is.
X marks the spot.
Yes. Coming together? Yes.
Come together
Right now. Over me.
And this was the little fellow that just fell out as I was shuffling. Ooh, the Midnight Prince.
The midnight.
Ask for what you want and be honest.
Huzzah!
What do you want, darling?
We'll talk off camera. A little more than the virtual girlfriend. And maybe we'll have to make a live video of that one so that you people that don't know what we're talking about can figure it all out.
About what? The virtual girlfriend or what we're talking about off camera?
Off camera.
Which is funny.
But I think that is important. I mean, I think that's one of the hardest things. Ask for what you want. Right?
We could make a whole other video on that.
Absolutely.
I think
but
we should.
well, we might. Well, we're going right now, so.
Yeah.
But
no, this one's very long. I think I think that is a topic that deserves its own video.
All right. So I will.
No, you can go ahead and say what you were going to say, but I think we need to delve a little deeper into it.
Okay. So there will be a part 2 to this, but it absolutely just when you're with someone, if you're not saying who you really are and what you really want, you're asking for a doomed relationship. Yes. From the word go.
My, we need to do another video on this for sure. Yes.
Okay.
You are. You are.
Yeah.
It is silly.
Okay.
It is quite silly when people do not.
Okay.
Do not be honest.
Yes.
It says be honest. And I just have to say, I thought I was holding these cards with the back side up to me, and instead I was holding them with the front side up to me. So I think it's just because she wanted attention.
Oh.
And she is the one on the cover.
Yes.
Which is curious too, and it is follow me. Come, this is your invitation to enter the realm of the fairy.
Right.
And if you notice, and I don't want you to pick it.
No, I won't do it.
She's holding the key around her neck.
Yes.
Right? The key to the future.
Key to her bosoms.
Yes. The key to her heart, maybe.
Her lacy panty heart.
Maybe. That is funny. And the next card is Beauty's Truth. And we were talking about that fellow about be honest.
Yes.
And this is beauty, physical pleasure, and sensuality.
Okay. I think we should leave these out there we'll start another video.
I believe so.
Okay.
All right, people. We love you, we love you, we love you. Be true to yourselves and have fun.
Stay away from the virtual crap.
Good God.
Bye.
Yes.